Hi, this is Ms. Villasenor presenting Bootcamp Lesson 5 of 5, and it's week 1, and these are going to be syllables that end with the CLE, or they could end with the GLE, or FLE, but the most common one is the CLE. If you feel I'm going too fast, you can always pause and get your notes done. Remember, you're going to be completing your notes. You can also, after the video, if you're still not so clear about the lesson, you can see your teacher for some coaching. Okay, what are the two ways to pronounce these words? I'm going to show you some marks here. It's the same spelling, but it's pronounced different ways. And here's some clues to it as you think about how do we pronounce these. You're going to see that these marks are ones you find in the symbols are ones you find in the dictionary that indicate when the syllable is receiving the stress, and they are called accent marks. So we'll start with the first pronunciation here. If that word is a noun, it would be insult, and if it's in the action verb, it would be insult. Now the next one, you see the accent marks here, and then you see a schwa there and a accent mark, and the first one would be contest, and the second one would be, if it's the verb, contest. The next word here, the noun, you see your marks here. It would be addict, and then the next one would be addict. Okay, we have this word here that we're going to be together. We're going to be splitting this word, and you could write it down on your notes. We're going to get back to it. But as you can see, it has the CLE ending, and it's a special syllable type, and we're still going to use the vowel consonant, consonant vowel, split the syllables between the two consonants. So you can start with at least underline the talking vowels, and when you have the ending, the ZLE ending, the E is silent, so that's going to be crossed out, but we'll go over that in a little bit. In your notes, you should have the number 7, the syllable types, and we already gone through the close, what a close syllable is. We talked about a schwa, and now it's with the ending with the CLE. And you can see the example there with the word brittle. And when you see that little line next to the line CLE, that means it goes at the end of the syllable. And it's always found, again, at the end of a word, and it is unique. So the final E is silent, just like this word here, sniffle. And from your number 7, brittle. Okay, on the next one, so going back to the word sniffle, to explain that is that we don't see a vowel between the consonant and the L, but we hear a schwa. Okay, so that mark above the E should be crossing out the E. Okay, and so that makes like a schwa vowel, weak vowel sound. And so the ending for the CLE syllable is the most common that you will find in these type of words. And here are the examples. And so you might see one that ends with the BLE. CLE again is the most common. Do you see DLE, FLE, GLE, KLE, or a PLE? So the pronunciation for these words would be like tremble, bicycle, huddle, buffle, toggle, twinkle, grapple. The last one we can't see. So on here, so the rule is when it ends with the, as they say, it ends with the CLE syllable, the way you're going to split it is you're going to count back 3 spaces, as they did there, 1, 2, 3. Then you put your line. So in your notes, you can use the example where you split the syllables between the 2 F's. Okay, so going back, now that we know that, going back to this word, the embezzle, you're going to count 1, 2, 3, right? You're going to cross out the E because the E is silent. So counting back 1, 2, 3, you're going to split the syllable between the two Z's, and then you hear a schwa sound. And then you have your vowel, consonant, consonant, vowel, your two talking vowels there. And there's your third vowel, but that's the schwa sound. Then you're going to swoop between the vowels, pull down the consonants. You divide it now between the M and the B. And you have your short vowel set, talking vowels. And then the accent mark on the B, so the way you pronounce it, it would be embezzle, embezzle. Okay, independent practice. So you can pause the video if you need time to go ahead and do steps 1 through 5. And I will go over and I'm going to show you where that would be split following the rules. So in the first one here, it ends with the BLE, so you count back 1, 2, 3, split it. You cross out the E because the E is silent. You put the schwa sound because that talking vowel is weak. And on the first, and then the other vowel, you have the short A, the short vowel symbol above the A, and then the accent mark on the B. So if we pronounce this by syllable, would be bramble, and then blend it together, bramble. The next word here, again, you go back 1, 2, 3. That line should be between the N and the G, and then you cross out the E. You have the schwa vowel sound for the GLE. The next one, you have the two talking vowels, the E and the A, which are short because they're close with the consonant. So then you would have the split would be between the N and the T. So if we say it by syllable and the T stress on this one, so it'd be entangle. So entangle. Okay, so none of the CLE ending words are heteronyms. And can you infer why? Why are they not? Now, because the final CLE syllable is always weak, okay? The vowel sound is very weak, so that's why it has the schwa symbol. And so it makes it difficult to change the accents, the accent marks with that. So moving on to the next slide, trying to see. So yeah, the accent, so it's difficult to change the accents with the ending with the CLE words. And that concludes, let's see, so you should, that concludes our lesson 4, lesson 5 of week 1. So again, if you have any questions, come see your teacher for some coaching.